Greg Larner here, ESPN Chattanooga. We are hanging out at UTC in McKenzie Arena, and we're hanging out with junior guard Addie Grace Porter. Addie, first of all, tell me a little bit about why you chose UTC. You didn't grow up in this area per se. You grew up in Tennessee, but why did you choose UTC?
So it is kind of close to home for me still. It's only about 2 hours away. So that initially was something that I liked. Still wanted my parents to be able to come and watch. So that initially was good for me, but then getting on campus and getting to know the people and seeing the university, it's a beautiful campus. The people here are even better. I mean, they just make it feel like home. It's like my family, home away from home.
Now, where did your love of basketball sort of stem from growing up and getting a chance now to play D1 basketball?
So actually, I played 3 sports growing up, so I had a love for all of them, but I think I always knew deep down that basketball was the one for me. It was the one that I was going to pursue in college, so I was always working at that the most, more than anything else, and I just always loved to be in the gym, loved getting shots up, just anything like that. My dad also played basketball, so just getting to hang out with him and being in the gym with him a lot, I think grew my love for the game even more.
Little daughter, dad, bonding time there. I'm sure there was intense games of horse or shoot around and things like that.
Yes, sir, of course, always, and I was the winner, you know.
Of course, yeah.
Always.
Yeah, always. What other sports did you play? You mentioned you played a couple of other ones. Which other ones did you play that you shunned for basketball?
I played volleyball and softball.
Okay. Which, if you thought back, I know you always wanted to play basketball, but if you thought back on it, what was the second sport for you, like secondary, between softball and volleyball?
Probably definitely volleyball. I was better at that one than softball too, so if I had a chance anything else, it would have been volleyball.
Okay. So you are a point guard, and you get a chance to handle the ball a lot in terms of playing there. What is it like playing that position and having the pressure on you to sort of make the decisions for the team and get them in the right sets and things like that in literally every single play?
I think something that we talk about a lot in our program is that pressure is a privilege. So just changing your mindset that it's not just pressure on yourself, but it is a privilege to have that pressure on you and to be somebody that somebody is looking to for decisions and everything like that. But I personally like it. I think it adds fun to the game. But I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Now, what about playing that position and sort of being an extension of Coach Poppy on the floor? Do you feel like that's kind of how it is?
Yes, sir, definitely. Me and Coach Poppy are talking constantly all the time. I'm in his office. He's on the court talking to me, just trying to see if we're on the same page, making sure that's always number one. I'd say usually we are, so that's a good thing. Just trying to grow the relationship always. This is my second year under him, so I think last year was maybe sometimes a little rocky because we were both new to each other. But over time, the relationship has really grown, and I feel like we're like this now.
Like that.
Yes, sir.
All right, so tell me a little bit about, you guys won the SoCon tournament last year. Kind of, I don't want to say came out of nowhere because you guys had a really good season last year, but you had to kind of overcome some obstacles to get that championship and win that. What was that feeling like winning the SoCon tournament last year?
I think always inside our own program that we knew that we could win it, but maybe outside perspective looking in, it wasn't something that people expected us to do. But all along we had faith in ourselves so we could do it. So maybe it was a shock to other people, but deep down we always know that we could do it. But it was a great feeling. Hopefully we're going to repeat it this year. I think that we have a lot of great pieces that we've added to our program, and we have some that we've kept. So just working every day, keeping that in mind, but knowing it's just a day-by-day process.
How about that experience getting a chance to play in the NCAA tournament last year? Obviously, I know you guys played Virginia Tech, and that was tough, Coach Poppy's old school and whatnot. But what was that experience like, getting a taste for the NCAA tournament?
Oh, that was great. It's not every day that you get to play in front of 9,000 plus people with the big student section right behind the goal. So it was definitely a great experience. Hopefully going back this year we can get a better draw from the first round and maybe win a game.
What did you work on most this offseason to improve your game?
On the court, I would say, I don't know, probably just mid-range game. But I think for me, Coach Poppy stresses a lot about me for his leadership. So I'd say that's like overall the main thing that I focus on is just being a good leader, being there for my teammates, making sure everybody's on the same page together. Because when I'm a better leader, the basketball stuff comes. So mainly focusing on leadership and just letting basketball come.
All right, last one, Addie. Tell us, if you were talking to, let's imagine that there's a group of kids right here behind the camera. If you were talking to a group of young basketball players, what advice would you give them?
I would say to just stay in the gym and stay working. A lot of times it's going to be hard. It's going to be days that you don't want to do it, but just always finding a love and passion for the game, because that's just what's going to keep you going, like your bigger reason of why you do what you do. Just keeping that in mind all the time.
That big picture mindset. Addie Grace Porter, the junior point guard for the UTC Mocs, here with us on ESPN Chattanooga. I'm Greg Larner.